Hi guys, today we're going to be tying up one of my favorite cheap, and some people call it cheating, fly patterns. This is the Mop Fly. The cheapest way to get mop material is to go to the dollar store. I got two of these for $1, and these are just a car wash mitt. And I mean, look at how many of these I can make. So what do I have in the vise? I have a pretty cheap hook in the vise. It's a jig style or Euronymph hook. I got this pack off of online retailer for relatively cheap. It came with a lot of hooks. This is a size 12, and the size bead that I have on the hook, it's a slotted bead. It's a 3mm tungsten slotted bead. I'm just going to be using some yellow thread because it's pretty close to matching this. It's actually not close at all, but that's what I'm going to be using today. For the Mop Fly, we're going to start it out. We want to get behind the bead. Tie backwards, tie forwards, and we're going to trim off the excess. Make a little bit of a dam behind the head just to make sure that this bead's not going to slip around. And I go back to just behind the tip of the hook. All I'm doing is making a spot for this mop material to not slide around on. So I'm going to take one of these, I'm going to cut it off. And with a size 12 hook, one of these is usually just a hair too long, and the ends of it like to come off. So what I will do is I'm just going to trim this down maybe 1/8 of an inch shorter than it is. Pull off any loose fibers. I'm going to hold it right behind the back of the bead. Give it a loose wrap and a couple of tight wraps. Now I'm going to go back, I want to say maybe like 1/8 of an inch. I'm making a collar area. What I'm going to do with this is I'm going to take a little bit of ice dubbing. I love these ice dubbing containers. They come and all you got to do is just pull it through the bottom, and you can have as much as you want or as little as you want. I like to use a color that really contrasts with the mop material here. So I'm going to be using rusty brown. So pull it down. I'm gonna make a pretty good sized dubbing noodle here. I'm a fan of the buggy look, so I'm okay if there's some hairs sticking out. But now we're going to go back to where we started that collar. And we're going to wrap. I'm going to go forward. It's okay to go backwards too, and back forward. And when I get to the end, I'm just going to take one last wrap around the end. Now I like to put a little bit of UV resin on this, but I don't like doing it after I've tied on because I don't want to ruin all of these nice little hairy looks. So I'm going to put it on the thread before I tie in. And I don't see my whip finisher. There it is. So then I take my whip finisher, tie on. I'm going to go around the bead head. I like to do 4 times. If you have a comfort zone, or let's count, of 3 or 5, do what you please. I usually do 4. And trim back the excess. Oop. And I like that little buggy look right there. That looks good. I'll take my UV. I'd say we're good. And that, my friends, is how I like to tie a mop fly. I hope you guys can fill your fly boxes with a few of these. They're good and cheap, and I mean, seriously, head on down to a dollar store and pick yourself up a couple of these. They come in different colors, and you can make blue ones, white ones, yellow ones, green ones. Anyways, if this was helpful to you, I would love it if you guys hit like. And if you want to see more fly fishing and fly tying videos, hit that subscribe button. I'm dropping videos left and right now. All right, till next time. See ya.